Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Spider-Man video, and I hope you already watched my HDR analyze video, because HDR in Spider-Man 2 is really good. In my opinion, there's no point to play this game in SDR on a decent HDR screen. But this video is not about HDR, this video is about performance. This video is about all the performance mode what we have in Spider-Man 2, and actually we have a lot. We have so many that actually we need to do a video about this. Let's start and let's talk about performance in Spider-Man 2. In Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5 we have actually 5 different performance modes. The normal 30 FPS fixed mode, the normal 60 FPS fixed mode is not a big deal anymore, but now it's getting more interesting. We have also a fixed 40 FPS mode, but this is a little bit more complicated because you would need, in order to use this 40 FPS fixed mode, you would need a 120 Hz screen, otherwise you can't use it. And now on top, and this is very exciting, we have now for the fixed 40 FPS and the fixed 60 FPS mode, we have actually an option called VRR, Verbal Refresh Rate, and this option is uncapping the frames per second in the fixed 40 FPS and fixed 60 FPS mode. That means you will get slightly higher FPS. But how much more FPS we're actually talking about? That's the real question here, and I would say we're starting with the Uncapped 60 FPS mode. But keep in mind, for this mode, in order to use it, you would need a 120 Hz screen plus VRR capabilities on this screen. Otherwise, you can't use this mode. So on average, I analyzed the frame rate is roughly around 65-70 FPS. Sometimes, of course, you can hit 80 FPS, maybe even a little bit more. But I also saw that the frame rate can drop below 60 FPS occasionally. But it really doesn't matter because VRR is enabled, and that means you have no screen tearing or stuttering at all. I personally like this mode the best because I always go for a higher frame rate over resolution. And then we have the uncapped 40 FPS mode, and again you would need a 120 Hz screen plus VRR capabilities, otherwise this mode is also not possible. And then you get on average, let's say 45, 44, 45, 46, maybe a little bit more FPS, but it's not really much more than 45, 46 on average. That's my experience, that's my analyze, but still better, of course, than 40 FPS, because again, every frame counts when we're talking about a very low frame rate. In terms of the picture quality, I couldn't see that much of a difference, but there is some sort of resolution drop. The same counts actually for the 60 FPS mode as well. As soon you enable VRR and you have a uncapped frame rate mode, you will lose a little bit of resolution. That's my experience. It's very hard to record, or at least I can't record this with my capturing card, but to be very honest, I rather go for a little bit of a more frames per second than resolution. 40 FPS uncapped frame rate mode is actually my second choice to go in this game. And then we have the fixed 40 FPS mode, and all what you need to, in order to use this mode is a 120 Hz screen. There is no VRR necessary, because you just need 120 Hz, because 40 FPS fits perfectly in 120 Hz. That's how it works, and that's why this mode is actually so interesting. I haven't found big issues. There are occasionally trips below 40 FPS, but to be very honest, they are very, very minor, and this mode is actually pretty stable. And if you have a 120 Hz screen and no VRR, then maybe this mode is for you. And then of course we have the fixed 60 FPS mode, and most of the time, but I found occasionally some drops below 60 FPS, but most of the time this mode runs with 60 FPS. And if you don't have a 120 Hz screen or no VRR capabilities, then that's in my opinion, that's the mode to go, because 30 FPS in an action game like this is, for me personally, are absolute no-go. And just because I like to cover every single performance mode in Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5, here we are with the 30 FPS mode. But to be very honest, I don't know why you should play in 30 FPS. I mean, there is no reason in my opinion, because it's just a pain for my eyes, especially on an OLED TV like the LG G2 S95C or any OLED TV actually. It is just a stuttery mess. And yes, I agree, you have the highest resolution, but there is no point of having a higher resolution because you can't see anything when you move around because everything is just blurry and stuttering. My opinion is, if you don't have a 120 Hz screen, you should use the 60 FPS, the fixed 60 FPS mode. We should actually start getting rid of 30 FPS modes in AAA games. The minimum, the absolute bare minimum should be a 40 FPS mode for capable screens. And then of course a 60 FPS mode or even higher. But again, that's just my opinion. I personally don't like 30 FPS at all. So let's talk about the difference between 30 and 60 FPS. And I apologize, but I am not able actually to capture 40 FPS 120 Hz modes at this stage. So it's very hard for me actually to compare the uncapped 40 FPS with the uncapped 60 FPS mode. But what we need to keep in mind, as soon you enable VRR for the let's say 40 FPS mode and also 60 FPS mode, the resolution will slightly drop. And there's no big surprise that the 30 FPS mode, of course, offers the best picture quality in terms of resolution. I wouldn't say actually picture quality, because for me picture quality is everything combined, including high frame rate. And a 30 FPS mode has, in my opinion, not a very good picture quality because of 30 FPS, because everything is just stuttering. The more FPS, the better, in my opinion, the picture is, regardless if you lose a couple of pixels because the resolution drops or you have a little bit more aliasing, because as soon you play the game, you won't notice anything of that. So in my opinion, again, 30 FPS is not the way to play this game.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH, country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die.
Okay, my friends, so that's it for this very quick video. And I hope that you like my video, and I hope if you're new to my channel, you actually leave a subscription here, like of course, and maybe just put a comment in the comment section. I would much appreciate it. So Spider-Man 2, I'm happy with this game. The game runs pretty well, it looks great, and HDR, I mentioned this already, is, in my opinion, a new reference, okay? So that's how it is. In my opinion, Spider-Man 2 is a really great game. And I know that maybe people are going to ask me, do I think that Spider-Man 2 is a Game of the Year 2023 candidate? To be very honest, no, I don't think so, because my personal candidate actually for Game of the Year 2023 is Baldur's Gate 3. But that's just my opinion. And we're talking about complete different games. Spider-Man 2 is a great game, great performance, great visual quality, and great HDR. That's my opinion. If you have a different opinion, put it in the comment section and we talk about this. Thank you very much, and I see you guys next time. Bye.